Good to have you on Tesla Shorts Time Daily, episode 455 for April 30th, 2026. I'm Patrick, coming to you from Vancouver. Here's what you need to know about Tesla today. Tesla has started mass production of the Semi in Nevada. At the Nevada Gigafactory, the company has finally moved past limited production runs and begun scaling output in earnest. This electric truck brings real efficiency and strong performance to heavy-duty transport, which could open an entirely new business segment for Tesla beyond passenger vehicles. From a manufacturing standpoint, it represents years of development finally hitting the factory floor in volume. The business implications are substantial because success will hinge on how quickly actual fleets adopt the truck under real-world conditions rather than just pilot programs. There is genuine potential here to reshape parts of the logistics industry, but only if the economics prove out in daily operations. While the Semi is about moving freight, another long-promised future product is also showing fresh signs of life. Reports indicate Tesla's unsupervised robotaxi efforts are beginning to scale beyond the earliest testing phases. This marks a critical operational step after years of regulatory hurdles and technical refinements. The autonomous technology stack is now moving into something closer to fleet activity, which could eventually transform the company's business mix. That said, the distance between these early ramps and true widespread commercial service is still considerable. It will be important to watch how reliably the system performs as the numbers grow, because real-world data at scale is what ultimately builds confidence. That same autonomous tech stack keeps getting compared to what rivals are doing, including in China. A journalist recently completed a 40-minute drive through dense Beijing traffic with XPeng's VLA 2.0 system and needed zero interventions. The experience was described as feeling comparable to Tesla's current full self-driving software. Clips in the report suggest the system handled complex urban conditions smoothly, which underscores how quickly Chinese developers are advancing. This is a clear reminder that the competitive landscape in autonomous driving remains intense and fast-moving. Tesla will need to keep iterating rapidly to maintain any edge as these rivals push their own neural net approaches. Competition is intensifying, but Tesla's biggest Chinese rival is also hitting some hard realities right now. One of the company's strongest competitors in China is facing serious pressure around pricing, demand, and profitability. The situation reveals weaknesses in its existing strategy and the challenges of sustaining growth in a maturing market. For Tesla, this could create a bit of breathing room in its most important region, while the broader sector continues searching for truly sustainable economics. It is a useful illustration that even well-positioned EV makers are navigating a tougher environment than headlines sometimes suggest. It is not just autonomy where others are watching Tesla closely. Japan Airlines has begun a 2-year trial with unitary humanoid robots at Tokyo's Haneda Airport, focusing on baggage handling and cabin cleaning. The approach is carefully phased, starting with mapping out safe movements before shifting into simulated real workflows. This is driven by severe labor shortages caused by an aging population and a boom in tourism. It offers early validation that humanoid robots can tackle practical airport tasks, which could prove relevant for the development path of Tesla's Optimus. From a technology and human interest angle, it highlights how robotics may help address real workforce gaps in service industries. Optimus is not the only area where Tesla's approach is quietly becoming the template. Hyundai has introduced its new Plios infotainment system, featuring a large language model voice assistant capable of context-aware, commands multiple requests, and even web searches. The interface splits the main screen in a familiar way, separating driving information apps and quick controls. Hyundai plans to roll the system out across 20 million Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis vehicles by 2030. It is striking how much Tesla's overall software philosophy appears to be influencing competitor thinking, even if the underlying integration differs. This kind of development shows the industry gradually converging on certain ideas about how vehicles should interact with drivers. That brings me to something worth thinking through more deeply today. When Hyundai copies the screen layout and voice commands like navigate there or turn on my heated seat, it is not really a threat. Instead, it confirms that the industry has accepted Tesla's software model as the benchmark worth following. The real edge for Tesla sits in the complete integration of software, hardware, real-world data, neural networks, and the ability to push over-the-air updates to the entire fleet at once. Competitors might replicate a visual layout or basic voice features relatively quickly, but replicating millions of miles of training data or instantaneous fleet-wide improvements is far harder. Hyundai, aiming for that scale of adoption by 2030, illustrates how software concepts can spread fast, yet Tesla's own cars continue receiving simultaneous enhancements that fragmented competitor fleets still struggle to match. Being imitated on infotainment does not mean losing the software race. It means Tesla has already won the argument about what an electric vehicle interface should feel like, while the deeper advantages in data silicon and continuous learning keep the goalposts moving forward. On a different note, the first Model Y/L vehicles have now reached customers in Australia. These versions introduce vehicle-to-load capability to the market for the first time, allowing owners to power tools, appliances, or even parts of a home directly from the car. In a country with vast remote areas and occasional grid strain, this feature feels particularly useful for practical daily needs. It demonstrates Tesla adapting its product lineup to fit regional requirements while expanding its footprint across the Asia-Pacific. Owners there are likely to find it changes how they think about the vehicle's versatility, especially during outages or off-grid activities. On a lighter note, Tesla highlighted one of those small but genuinely useful features this week. The company spotlighted its close windows on lock convenience, which automatically rolls up any open windows when you lock the vehicle from the app or key fob. These kinds of touches might seem minor, yet they add up to a noticeably smoother daily experience for owners. It is another example of how continuous over-the-air updates deliver ongoing polish without requiring any hardware changes. That owner-focused mindset is exactly what the community on X has been reflecting lately in different ways. Many Tesla owners are posting with flower emojis and gentle nudges as they wait for the spring software update, showing how much people have come to anticipate these regular improvements. In other threads, fresh photos of a glossy Cybertruck finish are generating discussion, with some owners clearly preferring the polished stainless steel look over the raw metal appearance. The aesthetic debate reveals how personally people connect with the design details. Elsewhere, you see playful replies to Optimus videos where community members post things like, "That is me," alongside fun GIFs, which adds a human touch to conversations about humanoid robots. It is interesting to see that mix of impatience, enthusiasm, and lightheartedness all coexisting in the same feed. Now, one thing worth discussing is the caution coming from Wall Street. JP Morgan is maintaining its $145 sell target following Tesla's mixed first-quarter results. The analysts cite concerns about current valuation multiples and the additional time required to prove out the robotaxi Optimus and scaled semi-programs. This bearish stance reflects legitimate questions about how quickly those initiatives can move from promise to material business impact. At the same time, Tesla has historically answered skepticism best by delivering clear technical milestones that speak for themselves rather than engaging in prolonged debate with analysts. The coming quarters will likely clarify whether the current multiples are justified by the progress in those key areas. Before we go, keep an eye on how the spring software update lands, because the community anticipation suggests it could include meaningful refinements that owners have been requesting. That's your Tesla news for today. TSLA closed at $372.80, down 0%. If you found this useful, a rating or review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify really helps new listeners find the show. You can also find us on X at Tesla Shorts Time. I'm Patrick in Vancouver. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow. This podcast is curated by Patrick, but generated using AI voice synthesis of my voice using 11 Labs. The primary reason to do this is I unfortunately don't have the time to be consistent with generating all the content, and wanted to focus on creating consistent and regular episodes for all the themes that I enjoy, and I hope others do as well.